How many people in math class was expecting to hear that there was 3.6 inches in a circle because we have 360 degrees in a circle? Because I remember thinking that, I can't believe it ain't 3.6 inches because we have 360 degrees, that it's 3.14 something. And the truth is, there is a 3.6 inch circle. And I want you to understand something. Pi is the value of a circumference whenever a diameter is 1 inch, okay? And this is a 2-inch diameter circle. So that value of pi only gets you to 180 degrees now. And what I want you to notice is at 30 degrees, if this is 0 and we call this 30 degrees, if you take the height and width of the circle at 30 degrees, you can only draw a 30-degree triangle here. Okay, and this is where the triangle comes from. It takes up half the circle, 180 degrees, but what they do is they cut the circle in half in school, so you don't notice that the 1-inch radius circle, the height of the circle at 30 degrees is also 1 inch. And whenever you realize that, the 1 inch goes with the 30-degree strip, you start thinking about the other part of the triangle. And that 3.6 inch circle that you were expecting to get taught actually balances this circle. And it's whenever this bottom leg right here, which is, so whenever you go from height to width, you're turning 90 degrees, right? Well, whenever you rotate the circle 90 degrees, and if this would be 0, this is 60 degrees. This is your 60-degree strip. So this is a 30, 60, 90 triangle. And so this is the 30-degree strip, the 60-degree strip, and the 90-degree strip. But whenever this is 1, the value of 1, in America we use inches, so I'm going to call it 1 inch. When this is 1 inch, the circumference is 3.6 inches. And so whenever you use things like 360 degrees divided by 2 pi or divided by pi, the values you get correlate with the 3.6 inch circumference circle. And that's the reason they gotta hide. They teach a 3.6 inch circle too. They just don't tell anybody because they don't have a base 1 60-degree strip that balances the 30-degree strip that they do teach. That's why they cut this in half and don't even talk about this portion.